Hi, this is Asad, and I'll be introducing you to this GitHub repository with the R scripts for calculating tail ratings from recorded data for a building. So the repository hosts a README file which describes a little bit about tail rating scheme, and further on it goes on to describe about the scripts that have been used here. Uh, and this is the kind of output that you would expect when you run the script. A label for the building rating and a CSV file with individual ratings of each parameter given in it. And the script works for multiple buildings data fed to it simultaneously. One thing you have to keep in mind is that the data that is fed needs to follow a certain template, and this is why we have this sample data CSV file here. Uh, the code will be expecting that the data will have certain columns like building name, room name, sensor name. That's not processed, it's just for your own record. Timestamps, uh, the variable type, unit being used, value, that's the recorded value, and the building type, room type, occupancy, and floor area. Now, occupancy and floor area you can leave blank. They are required when you are also evaluating ventilation for the building. If you have not done a ventilation measurement using balometers, then you can leave that blank as well. For the other parameters, so this is just an example to show how the different parameters or different variables are recorded. But in your case, when you have multiple uh, days of data, you would just have all the temperature data followed by all the RH data, or uh, basically all the data that you have, you put them together, one followed by the other. It makes it simpler when you have different devices that might be recording different parameters, and you just bring them together, one next to the other. Going back to the repository, you have an algorithm text which can be helpful if you want to do the code in a different programming language. You have the R script file for this, and the rest of it is pretty much bookkeeping stuff. So what you can do is you can either download the zip file, or if you are familiar, it's like download everything as a zip file and then use it as R code in your local PC. And if you are familiar with cloning GitHub repositories, you can also do that. Once that has been done, and I'm not going to do that because I already have the repository cloned, and I can do a quick pull to just make sure that everything is, yeah, so I have the latest version from the web. What I can do is I can give you a quick tour through the run. So normally I use RStudio, and I have the script file open here. There is like ample amount of comments in the file so that you would be able to find your way through it. So I just loaded up the packages that I require, and then I would change the working directory. So this is one thing you have to pay attention to, that is you need to change it to the working directory that you would be using on your local machine. Then I have this uh, bunch of code, like which is the major chunk of the code, which is defining the tail analysis function. Once that's done, then the rest of the code is essentially running a specific example. So here, the file name, you would have to replace it with your data file name. And then I can just click, just click on and things will be ready. So it doesn't give you any outputs here because it's already writing the files uh, the to your PC. Here I have just to agree that, oh yeah, because the file already exists. So I will say that yes, you may overwrite it. And then that, okay, file has been overwritten. So that's pretty much it. It's pretty simple to run. The only part that you need to be really aware of is formatting the data as per the needs and changing file names and your local directory names as per your local PC. So that's about it. And please feel free to get in touch with us if you require any other help with this code.